A big element of the design has been using this very classic sort of tongue groove detailing, which I've had put on wall panelling all around this sort of internal wall inside the open plan area. Also cleverly, well, I'm really proud of this anyway, we've also put it into the doors. So these were standard fire doors, and then I got my carpenters to route it in these grooves, which actually line up with the grooves on the wall. So it just gives it that really kind of like complete look. So there's no like blank doors popping in. We painted it all out in little green French grey, which is a really nice mid-grey. It's quite warm, but it's also really, really neutral because we're going to be adding lots of colour to this space, but only in the furnishings and the accessories. So this sort of soft grey is just a really nice colour that I also think works well with the fact that this is south facing. So we're going to get a lot of really hard, bright light coming in. And if this space had been white, then it would just be like too flashy and too garish. So it's been a really nice colour that we've then carried on all the way around and then into the kitchen area too, and has the island and all the units painted in the same colour. So it all just creates this lovely backdrop to then just show off other bits that are going to go in the room. But there's a little bit of colour in here. Come and check out the bedroom. So we've gone for pink in the bedroom, which I think is just brilliant. I absolutely love it. I love pink for bedrooms because it's kind of calming and warm and costing, but also I love it, the fact that it's quite a girly, sugary colour, and then it's got the contrast with the black weatherboarding on the outside. I think the two look really nice together. I also think it flows really nicely from the soft grey into the pink. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about. And every time I'm coming up with a scheme for each room, I'm thinking of the entire building and how it's all going to kind of stitch together without it all being the same too. So we picked a shade from Dulux. It's called Nevada 6, which we felt, you know, worked really hard with Mum on this. She had really specific ideas about the pink she liked. A lot of the designer paint brands are quite peachy. So for example, we really liked Calamine by Fine Ball, but a little bit too much orange in it. But then at the same time, if you go to lilac, then the pink starts becoming a bit chilly. So that's what's great about Dulux. They've got the whole fan deck, and if you look at all the little nuances of colour, you've kind of got something in between. And I think it's really soft, it's really pretty, sophisticated, without being overly girly. And then again, we've used the same tongue and groove idea here with the wall panelling, and then Mark the carpenter made these cupboard fronts, which kind of all camouflage, and we've got some nice that canvas going in there. So we use the same tongue and groove idea here with the wall panelling, and then these are some hidden wardrobes inside. And again, I just like the fact that the wardrobes are completely built into the wall and they kind of disappear. So I've marked the carpenter to make up these out of MDF, and then these are just from IKEA. That's how we've saved some money. So all the parties and the doors are just quite cheap chips from IKEA, and then nice solid doors on the front. We've got some nice design handles coming, so at least $1 million. So we've got the Dulux here in the bedroom. It's covering quite well though, isn't it? I mean, do you have like a favourite paint brand?
I don't mind. I quite often, I'm happy to be using Dulux because I'm confident, unless it's a really big colour change.
Well, you just know it's going to do like
unless it's a really big colour change, it will go on 2
coats.
coats, and then that's cheaper for the customer.
And then what about like little green and
It's a little. No, I've been using little green on this job. It's pretty good actually. Yeah. It's been pretty good, and it has yeah, I've used it with its own primer, and it's done really well actually. I think the tone and groove is brilliant. I think it's really
effective.
Yeah, throughout the whole building. I think
well, it's quite subtle, but I think because the building is so cubey and modern and sharp and boxy, I just didn't want it to feel like a crisp white box on the inside as well.
Yeah, and I think what you've done with these two rooms, the bedroom and then this bedroom on the other side, where you kind of integrated a cupboard in that side and then cupboard in from the other side, but just kept it with flat wall surfaces. I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
It's looking really good, isn't it?
Yes, it's really good. Can you believe my mum's moving in tomorrow?
I can't. I don't believe it's true.
That's what everyone's saying. Do you think I should be concerned?
Well,
because
put
the removal van is booked.
She's
coming. This little room has probably had the biggest transformation since I last showed you guys around. I mean, we finally got this shiplap wall effect up on the walls. This has been a complete labour of love. I mean, I kind of convinced my husband that, oh, you know, wood, wall cladding is going to be so much cheaper than tiles and you won't have to pay a tiler, but Actually, this is so labour intensive. It's kind of a really popular look over in America. I've seen it lots on Pinterest, and I just really like the simplicity of it. I think it's really, really striking, but it also has the warmth of wood by looking really contemporary. So we've got these pine planks. They've all been primed first and then screwed onto the wall, then filled, then sanded back, then filled again, then sanded back, then re-primed, and they've still got to get a top coat on them yet. So it has been probably really expensive in labour, although my mum's done most of it. But I think the effect's brilliant, and I love this colour we chose. We wanted to go for like a dark grey, but Mum was really sure that because it was a bathroom, she didn't want it to feel too stark or too chilly. So this is actually a colour called Drakensberg by Paint and Paper Library, and it's kind of grey-black, but it's got a browny warmth to it too, and I think it's absolutely perfect. And sits beautifully next to these incredible floor tiles from Original Style, which have gone down, and while the walls are really quiet and plain, we've got all the pattern going on in the floor. So tiny little bathroom, but loads and loads of personality, really strong colour, lots of pattern, and there's no less than 9 light fittings going in this bathroom too, so at night it will look completely different. So that's it, the house is built, my mum is ready to move in, but we've got loads more to do. All the fabrics and furnishings and colours going to arrive. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get to see the big reveal, and why not leave a comment and I'll be sure to answer.